We'll see. We will see. Greetings, everyone. I am glad to be here, and I am glad that you are here. Today's jank is a user-requested deck. Folks, in the comments below, had one of our lovely viewers request the Famished Paladin Presence of Gond combo. So we are building a budget deck around that so that you folks should have a not too difficult time crafting this deck. The only rares in the entire deck are collected companies and lands. I think the rare lands do help a lot. You want to be able to cast your spells, but obviously it can be built without them. You will be giving up some percentage of wins by not casting your spells on time. But the only rares that are required are collected companies. There are 4 mythics as well in the Heliods, and we'll get to that in a minute. But the rest of the deck, or the cards in the deck, are all commons and uncommons in this budget-y build. Normally, when I build a budget deck, I have no rares and mythics outside of lands. But I figure we'll make a few concessions because this is a legitimate deck. Okay, so I will go on and explain the combo. What is Famished Paladin Presence of Gond? Famished Paladin does not untap on your untap step, but whenever you gain life, you untap it. Presence of Gond says, whenever enchant creature has tap, create a 1/1 green creature. So, if we have an effect that says, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, gain a life, which we have 10, 4 Impassioned Orator, 4 Soul Warden, 2 Ajani's welcome. And Presence of Gond on the Famished Paladin, tap Famished Paladin, make a dude. Whenever dude enters, gain a life. Untap Famished Paladin. Make a dude. Gain a life. Untap Famished Paladin, right? Make another dude. Untap Famished Paladin. Make another dude. Untap Famished, And then 250 times later, 250 life later, we have a full board and a bunch of life, and you can theoretically figure out a way to win the game when you have 251 creatures, right? That's the combo. Supporting the combo, we have Lurking Roper, which has the same text. It doesn't untap on your untap step, but whenever you gain life, untap it, right? So you get Presence of God on Lurking Roper and do the same thing. You gain life with one of these dudes, make a dude, gain life, make a dude, gain life, make a dude, right? So there's plenty of redundancy here. However, there is also... the thing we don't have redundancy on is the Presence of God. There's only just 4 because it's the only effect in the client that does that. But Moon-Blessed Cleric says, whenever it enters, you may search your library for an enchantment card, reveal it, put it on top. So, Moon-Blessed Cleric will allow us to find Presence of Gond. Or Ajani's Welcome, because it's an enchantment, right? So it can find us either half of the combo that is not Famished Paladin or Lurking Roper. So, that's why we're a collected company deck, right? We can find Soul Wardens, Impassioned Orators, Lurking Ropers, Famished Paladins, or Moon-Blessed Clerics, and basically find the entire combo all in one collected company and win the game, theoretically. Not exclusively, but that's the idea, right? But beyond that, as I am wont to do, I like to go above and beyond the call. So you could build that deck with just the collected companies and not bother with the Heliods if you wanted to. I think this does both add an extra dimension of fun and an extra dimension of good because there is Scurry Oaks, which are also uncommons. Whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on a Scurry Oak, you may create a dude. Heliod says whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on any creature. So if you have one of our 10 gain life when a creature enters things, and you have a Scurry Oak, come down, you gain a life. Heliod puts a counter on Scurry Oak, which makes a dude. You gain a life, put the counter on Scurry Oak, make a dude. Gain a life, put the counter on Scurry Oak, make a dude, right? So these 2 and these 10 combo for infinite creatures and infinite life, and then Presence of Gond, Famished Paladin, and one of these 10 combo for infinite life, infinite dudes. So very, very similar combos, both able to be found almost exclusively through collected company. Again, the Heliod, our other piece that's like, yeah, but we don't have redundancy. Aha! Legendary enchantment creature. So Moon-Blessed Cleric folks can also go and find this half of that combo. So Moon-Blessed Cleric finds our Ajani's Welcome, Presence of God, or Heliod. So if we're ever stuck in a situation where we have half the combo, Moon-Blessed Cleric should be able to find the rest of the combo. That's not exclusively true. Occasionally there are awkward situations, but hopefully we can go ahead and get some wins with a pretty budget deck, all things considered. Without further ado, though, take it out for a spin. All right, folks. Well, we're going to keep this. Good luck, King Abu Dhabi. Good luck. We're a 2-lander, but we're on the draw. And you got to be able to trust your deck some, right? So, hey, looky there. All right. Don't mind if I do. We're going to start on the Soul Warden. It gains its life when our opponent's creatures enter, which, again, probably won't matter too much, but might. Opponent explores. Do they get a land drop? They do. It's an Overgrown Tomb. Hey, there we go. We do get our lands, which is nice. So, Ajani's Welcome, Soul Warden, your go, King Abu Dhabi. Your go. Next turn, Heliod. The following turn, Collected Company, and even potentially the following turn. Means hopefully we'll be hitting some combo pieces shortly. We'll see. Migration's Path. Our opponent doing some serious ramping over there. Turn 2, Explore. Turn 3, Migration's Path. Oh, crud. They're on Jund Ramp? That's kind of sweet. All right. Heliod, come on in. All right, folks. Dragon Skull Summit. Cultivate. All right. Hey, Presence Gone. That's kind of nice. For a different combo, we're going to main phase this because there are situations where we might just be able to win on the spot, sort of thing. So, yeah, let's go with Lurking Roper and Scurry Oak. Yep. Yep. All right, folks. Well, I expect our opponent to have some removal here. So, oh, they don't have removal. I was going to say, for those of you who were curious what we might do here, since we were gaining 2 life, we were going to be getting 2 counters per creature entering. So we were going to get a couple on Scurry Oak just to see if our opponent would concede, which they in fact do. But then we could grow our Soul Warden to large enough to just kill our opponent this turn as well, right? So this is victory right now during this attack step, as long as they didn't have removal for specifically Soul Warden. Our opponent apparently did. We were expecting it, but they apparently did not have it. So, you know, what we would have done is, like, put a counter, let's say right now, gain a couple more life, put counters here, then put another counter on to make sure damage-based removal is not going to be effective. You know, we wouldn't put the last counters on Soul Warden, you know, but either way, good game, opponent, good game. All right. Well, how do we feel about this hand, folks? We have both Ajani's Welcome and the Famished Paladin and the backup Lurking Roper and the Moon-Blessed Cleric. The catch is we're a 2-lander on the play. And we all know there are times you just never draw that 3rd land, right? So we're going to keep it. We're going to sweat a little bit, but we're going to keep it. So, turn 1 Ajani's Welcome. Let's go. Good luck, MTG Delphi. Good luck. All right. Gigantha, the Wellspring. Oh, crap. Well, there's the Scurry Oak and the Heliod, and we've already got the Ajani's Welcome as well. Okay, so we need a 3rd land, folks, because we've got a little bit of all of it, you know? And with the life gain synergies, our opponent being on mono red, that's typically a good sign. All right, the opponent does have Static Discharge to kill off our Famished Paladin. Oh boy, we drew into the Presence of God, so we didn't even need the Moon-Blessed Cleric, but darn it, folks, no land! Oh no, please! Back. If there's one thing mono red is good at, folks, it's punishing you for missing land drops. So we are sweating really hard right now. With all of our, different pieces together, this is a very good... Oh, boy. Here we go. Okay. All right. So, let's go with... Darn it, folks. All right. Let's try and get our opponent to tap out here, I think. We're going to go with Heliod. And try and set up for Scurry Oak next turn if they tap out, right? And then that should just win us the game if they don't have instant speed removal for the Scurry Oak, right? If they can respond and kill it, that would be very bad. The fact that they left up mana there definitely leads us to believe that that is the case. But I'm hoping they want to cast a bunch of spells to get a bunch of things into the bin. Yes, like that. To both grow the Soulscar Mage and try and get Delirium, right? Get us on a clock before we gain too much life, right? Or at least that's what we're hoping they'll do. If they leave up... Oh, no! Yeah, they appear to be leaving up removal. Alright. Well... This is not ideal. How do we want to go about this, folks? We don't have a lot of time. I think we're just going to go with a Lurking Roper. It's possible we were supposed to do that last turn anyway, because it does take 5 damage to kill it, But this way it takes 6. They have to have 2 3-damage burn spells, which is a very kind of special set of circumstances to have, At 14, we're still pretty healthy. The problem is the Soulscar Mage does put -1/-1 counters on a creature instead of just damage, right? Ay. Static Discharge. Oh, boy, that's bad. All right. It's a 1/2. And the Play with Fire. Oh, no. All right. That's 9. Are we done? All right, well, time to go for it, folks. Scurry Oak. Darn it, they have an instant speed answer, folks. They definitely appear to have an instant speed answer. Otherwise, they wouldn't have the priority right now, right? 'Cause I don't think there's anything on board here that would give them... Yeah. Priority. Come on, opponent. No! Come on! I mean, I'm not going to pretend like we're surprised. But we are disappointed. Good game, opponent. Good game. I wonder if we had gotten the land, if that would have made the difference, Or if... Because we could have then had an extra turn to run out the Moon-Blessed Cleric. I don't know. Either way, good game, opponent. Good game. You got us. Alright, folks. Well... We're going to keep this. We need to draw a land, and we need our opponent to not kill all of our stuff. We'll see if that happens. Hey, there we go. All right, we did get a land. That much is good. Famished Paladin, gain a life. Untap. Attack. Pass the turn. Cinderella. Don't have a counterspell. Don't kill all our stuff. They foretell? All right, well. All right, folks. We're probably going to do a little editing here. I've got to do a whole bunch of gaining life and making dudes. Our opponent likely has Doom Foretold, so... Doomscar. So, they are not going to scoop here, but I have to gain a bunch of life at the very least, because it only makes sense, given the context of the situation. Alright, folks, so with the magic of editing, I elected to just gain, a good chunk of life, then I passed the turn. The problem is then our opponent did have the Doom Scar. So I gained a few more life, got bored, passed the turn. So we're at 72. Our opponent has the Doom Scar down. You know. Opponent is Stone Raining? On our 2-land hand? Oh my gosh. This is a bummer, folks. Oh boy, thank heavens. Alright, so let's get down. I guess the Lurking Roper, because we can give it lifelink and attack with it at the very least. Alright, opponent Ingenious Inspirations Our Face learns for Environmental Sciences. Gains a couple life. Right. Hey. Let's see. Actually, let's just do it this way. Yep. And pass for now. Make our opponent have a difficult spot here. This is a relatively quick clock, but we're not overcommitting to anything, right? All right, Goldspan Dragon, if they have a bunch of like extra turn spells and stuff, is problematic. Ajani's welcome? Oh boy. Don't mind if I do. Alright, Alright, let's just go ahead and attack, though. Yep. And we're gonna Ajani's welcome again. This turn here. Oh, crud. This is likely very bad. I assume this means extra turns. We have enough life that, you know, it will still be difficult. Okay, sure. This is kind of what we were worried about a little bit. All right. Okay. Well, Moon-Blessed Cleric. Yeah. Counter. Don't mind if I do. We will search up an enchantment card. Going to be Presence Gond. And we're going to pass. Alright. I wonder how many board sweepers our opponent's got. They're clearly doing some very strange Jeskai control stuff, you know? Are they going to get rid of our Heliod? Well, that's not going to solve anything for you. Yep. Okay. It's actually kind of nice. It lets us use this Heliod. Hey. And we're going to cast that. Gain a life, put a counter on it. Yeah. Okay. Well, Cinderella, your go. Behold the Multiverse. Gonna scry 2, draw 2. Goes both top. That can't be good news. Oh gosh, that's terrifying. Lightning Helix. Okay, that's not the end of the world. Okay, our turn. No. Alright, well, we are gonna cast it. Or, cast it. We are gonna put it into play. Because... Oh, no. Draw 5? That's not good. You know, our deck can be a little bit mana hungry. Oh, no, folks. Not this. We're a collected company deck, folks. This is a little unreasonable. Sorry, I was trying to click on my graveyard. Yeah, we haven't used one yet this game. So, we're 18 cards deep. We're due for some kind of right away-ish. What in Stone Rains, Stone Rains? They've had 3 Stone Rains. A little jealous. Admittedly, they've drawn a whole bunch more cards than we have, but... Alright. Your go, opponent. Opponent going to reduce our Soul Warden to memory? Or our Heliod? Our Heliod? Alright. Just in case. There's no reason not to. Well, we have a backup Heliod, folks. Oh, all right. You got it. Sure. Gain us another life, back up to 68. Faithful Mending, draw 2, discard 2. Pops another one to the bin, gets rid of a Cleansing Nova. Pillar of Flames, our 3-2. Come on. Oh. Oh boy. They've only got 2 cards left in hand. They admittedly got rid of a Cleansing Nova, so it's pretty unrealistic to believe they don't have it. But I think we've got to go for it anyway here. Yeah. Alright. Opponent 25 cards left in library. They've drawn 15 more cards than us. Alright, that's all 4 Stone Rains. So, until they start flashing them back, which they may do. Now you show up! Oh, Collected Company. Absolutely wholesale betraying us here. Okay. Alright, Mascot Exhibition. Soul Warden, come on down. That's a counter. Yep, pass the turn. Oh, man, folks. Sure. Oh, this is frustrating. The opponent getting all 4 Stone Rains, though, in the top, you know, 2/3 of the deck. A little frustrating. All right. Hey, there we go. Well, they haven't shown us any counter magic yet, and they have been through 2/3 of their deck. So we're gonna, you know, just kind of hope they don't have it, so to speak. And they have shown us quite a few board sweepers, right? Cleansing Novas, Doom Scars, and the like. If they go to destroy our forest, we will go for it, right? Sure. That's inconvenient. Not thrilled about that. Opponent gonna clear the mind. What kind of scumbag? Or, I mean, really creative player. Alright. That's really inconvenient. Get their attacks in. Collected Company. On their end step. We get Scurry Oak, Lurking Roper, and folks... No! No! Alright. I mean, we still should be able to win here. Unless they have instant speed removal for the Lurking Roper. Because it doesn't have Summoning Sickness anymore, you know? So it's going to grow relatively infinitely here. I'm worried they have some kind of, like, bouncing effect or something, you know? Alright. They also might have Settle Wreckage, for the record. Oh, gosh. That would be not ideal. Considering we've assembled this combo once this game already, though. Like, our opponent, if we had been in paper, they would have scooped. Because I would say, okay, we have 255 million life, right? Actually, they may have not in paper. Because they do have Clear the Mind. And they, with the Tasha's Hideous Laughter, they might be like, well, we're going to mill you out. So I guess maybe they still shouldn't have scooped. But. Alright. Cinderella does finally scoop once they realize what's going on here. GG, Cinderella. GG. Alright, folks. It's Wizard Rege. Alright, good luck, Wizard Rege. Yeah, we're going to keep this. It's a little bit awkward because we don't have our life gain side of the combo, but we have 10 of those cards in the deck, so drawing into one should not be a problem. Theoretically, you know. Diamond Mare. Interesting. Well, our opponent's also doing life gain synergies. Do they have infinite combos? Well, we'll find out. Wizard Rage. Thinking about it. Considering. Alright, folks. They go with Angel of Vitality. Go up to 22. Angel of Vitality also increases the amount of life gained. So let's go with Heliod, I guess. And attack. No, I guess not. Darn it. Because it wouldn't untap. I was going to say, because we can give something lifelink on future turns, but it wouldn't have lifelink yet. And this way, if we do come up with just Presence of Gond, like a Collected Company or something like that, we could grow Famished Paladin really quickly if we get the right things off Collected Company, right? All right, opponent. Holy cow, absolutely off to the races. A 6-6 coming down. Get hit with a 4-4. We drop to 16. Well, Lurking Roper is not the other half of a combo we were interested in seeing. All right, well, let's just set up to win then. Scurry Oak. Come on down. We need one of our 10 life gain doohickeys. Impassioned Orators, Soul Wardens, or Ajani's Welcome. We could also hit Collected Companies, right? I will 100% block. One that has Take Heart. It's not exciting. Yeah. But it doesn't change the fact that that one wasn't going to win us the game anyway, because we can't both draw. Okay. Well, this should win us the game. All right. Yes. All right. There's going to be some clicking here, folks. Be back in a minute. All right, folks, we're back. And the power of editing has allowed us to cut a whole bunch of that stuff out. But 1.5 billion clicks later, we're at 97 life, feeling pretty good. We have an individually lethal threat with the Scurry Oak. We also have a backup Scurry Oak that is quite large enough to get around a whole bunch of combat tricks and stuff. And more importantly, they would have to gain 30-some life just for the squirrels to not be lethal. You know, we wanted to gain plenty of life so that even if they gain a bunch of life this turn, the squirrels alone will be able to kill them, because they're going to have to chump block the Scurry Oaks for sure, right? So, you know, we also can just cast a Lurking Roper next turn, gain a bunch more life, put some more counters on things if we need to as well. But Wizard Rage absolutely committed to not giving up. They are convinced they have a chance in this game. So they didn't scoop through the hole, making 91 squirrels. So darn it, they're entitled to see the rest of this game and see it. And I'm anxious to see how it plays out. If they stayed in through this whole thing, they're either salty roping, which is possible, or more likely, they do have cards in their deck that make it, you know, they give them potential outs. So we'll see. We will see. Currently, they're deep in the tank over that last card they just drew. Considering things. Yeah. Folks, I do love this squirrel art. Jumping out of their squirrel's nest. Getting all aggressive. Yeah. Alright. Alright, opponent does end up passing through combat. So all attack. 93 attackers. They don't have enough mana for Settle the Wreckage. Otherwise, we would not have attacked with our Scurry Oaks, you know? Alright, it appears as though our opponent is salty roping us, which is unfortunate. I don't know why they didn't just scoop to the combo then. They saw what we were doing, and they waited through the whole thing. Like, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. But whatever. You do you, Wizard Rage. You do you. Alright, no blocks. You are dead. GG. GG. All right, folks, we are back. We are back. Honestly, the deck did really well. The biggest problem with the deck was all the clicking, you know, where we got the combos to go off several different times, both combos. And it did really well. The problem is just put the counter on. Yes, I want the counter to go on. Yes, make a dude. Yes, put the counter on. Yes, I want to make a dude. Yes, you know, like, oh my God. The clicking, absolutely driving me crazy there. But the deck did really well. We ended up playing a lot of games because I was looking for fun, entertaining games to, you know, make video with. It ended up winning 10, or we played 10. We won 5, we lost 5. We didn't use all the wins either because some of them weren't very entertaining, you know, just we either won really, really quick or, you know, our opponent didn't do anything for a really long time and then we beat down with a creature, you know, and it was like not super satisfying, you know, so I didn't include those. But we didn't include all the losses either. There were a few just no one wants to watch me where I get stuck on lands for, you know, 250 turns and then die, you know. But, you know, for a budget deck, we were in Mythic. We went 5-5. I think that's a perfectly reasonable number to go. If you were building this at home, I would not mind building this deck at all. Like, I think this is a fine deck, especially if you know, when you learn the ins and outs of the deck and you learn the matchups, you know, you play it enough. I think this deck easily could get you to Mythic if you were, you know, diligent about it and learned your matchups and stuff. And with the number of rare wildcards and mythic rare wildcards required, it's quite a bargain. Again, folks, I want to stress, I mentioned it in the deck tech, but all commons and uncommons down here. This is the heart of the combos right here. All of this. The only true combo piece that isn't a common or uncommon is just the Heliod for the Scurry Oak combo. So 4 mythics. And then I think the collecting companies do help a lot. So I would recommend these. But they're also just really, really powerful cards. It wouldn't hurt to have these in your collection, you know, if you're going to play any amount of historic. But honestly, very, very good, folks. Very good. Especially for the investment required. Again, this can be built without all the rare lands. I would stress trying to make sure to cast your spells. So as many of these style effects as you can would be very good. We do want untapped lands whenever possible. So I wouldn't say the like Selesnya Guildgate is not going to do the same. You know what I mean? But if you also had maybe a creature land or two, maybe a Castle Ardenvale might not hurt. Or the new dragon land, whatever the heck that thing's called. Yeah, Cave of the Frost Dragon. Might not hurt either. We were trying to just really stressing casting our spells and trying to stay on a budget. But darn it, folks, honestly, if you were looking for a good time because you're a combo player, but on a budget, this one gets my stamp of approval. I don't even think you need to change that many things. If you wanted to go all in on one combo instead of have the two, that's fine. That would give you some more, you know, maybe like banishing lights to find with Moon-Blessed Cleric or something like that sort of thing, you know, a little interaction. But it's fine, folks. The combo was good. The deck was good. I enjoyed myself, so I encourage it. With that said, I really appreciate you, and I will catch you all next time.